we're back. You know, I just made a whole podcast, and I don't even know what happened. I think a file got corrupted or some shit. Don't even know what happened. I just noticed before. I was actually at the end. It was pretty awesome. It was actually pretty sweet. I noticed. Oh, I'm not recording anymore. But I saw before I was recording. I'm like, okay, no big deal. I'll just hit record again, make another file. It'll be easy. I'll just put them together. Bam. No, because it was corrupted. Just died on me. Fucking 40 minutes down the drain. Actually, it was like 30, but down the drain. And usually I'd just be like, whatever, dude. I'll just. No big deal. No, I'm making another. Wanna know why? Because I'm a fucking beast. And I that last one, it wasn't even that good. I'm glad it got corrupted. I'm glad. It actually makes me happy. Thank you. I'm pumped up for that. It was actually some stuff I talked about was okay. So, what was the first thing I talked about? Actually, I think this is the second time I've had to redo one out of 4. Really? I don't think I'm just, my system that I'm probably choosing isn't probably great. I'm not choosing them, I'm going through. I'm a dumbass, and it's really showing. So, I worked today, and this weekend was pretty eventful when it comes to the grocery store that I work at. Because there was this one lady, I think I talked about her in the first episode, actually. Now, this lady, she's something. She's something, all right. And she's like something. Like, she's got something. She has, a couple missing teeth, so I guess she doesn't have some, it kind of balances out. But she's one bitch. She is one bitchy lady. And this bitch, before, to give you some background, why I kind of have this deep-seated hate towards her. Now, I don't hate her that much. But I really don't. I honestly don't like her, like, in the least bit. That's okay, Just 1 second. Everything's fine. And, Scuff number 1. Fucking easy. Anyways, her name, let's call her Laura. Laura. She is one big bitch. And, apparently, I wasn't putting the right shit in the right bags. And she was, like, raising her voice at me. As if the customer even cared. Now, I'm not, like, even crushing the shit. I'm just putting shit that doesn't go together. Or whatever is, like, against the law or some shit. Like, Laura, I really don't fucking care. The types of people that, there's, like, strawberry shortcake flavored Oreos. And you're like, who the fuck buys that? That sounds fucking gross. Well, it's Laura. Not only I'm not just stereotyping. No, she literally said, she's like, oh, you tried those? Look, they're amazing. The customer's like, no, because they bought Oreos or something. She's trying to relate, and every time a customer would come, she'd, like, beg for their pity by talking about how her fucking husband just divorced her and how her dad just died. Oh, wow, I wonder why. Everyone's leaving you. I wonder why, Laura. Dumb bitch. And guess what? When two people... Well, not two people. When a person has, like, 2 carts, you're bagging, you just help someone, or someone that's outside doing carts, bringing the carts in from outside, they help her, or whoever it is. And I had to do that, and it was Laura. Almost said her name. Fuck. Scuff number 2. So I was like, fuck, dude. Good thing she didn't remember me, but probably because every single one of her baggers isn't up to her fucking pretentious little standards. I mean, I probably should have been doing a better job in retrospect. But, like, she just, like, it's just, like, no. Like, the customer really doesn't care. But I should be doing a better job. And that's whatever. But, and she had 2 carts. She's one big girl. She's a big girl. A big girl. Like, she is a big girl. She's big. And so I was like, okay, she doesn't have that many groceries, but the groceries do is just chips and shit. Just a bunch of junk food. But anyways, like, okay, it's not that bad, You know, I'm like, I don't even know why she's this fat. But she already had groceries in her car. And it's not the type of groceries where it's like, ooh, I just need to grab a couple things from this other grocery store because this grocery store doesn't carry them. No. The 2 carts she had, it was like double that already in her car. She had like 4, 5, maybe 6 carts worth already in her car. It was fucking, actually probably not, but it was a lot. Like I'm talking, her whole trunk of her car was filled to the brim. Like the whole floor was towering. It was a tower of groceries. If you're on the front seat and you look back, you would not be able to see back there. It was literally full. I'm not exaggerating. It was piled high. Like you could play fucking Jenga with those groceries, and it probably would fucking stay up. That's how fucking supported it was. It's like an archaeological type build. Wait. Architectural. Fuck. I fucked that up. Damn it. Anyways. And it wasn't just she was just putting the shit. And usually when you need to bring someone's cart out, which, by the way, it's really not that hard to push one with one hand and drag one behind you. But, you know, it might be a little too advanced for most people at the fucking grocery store. Because everyone there is a retard. Literally. But anyways, most, like, you should be able to fucking carry 2 carts by yourself. Not even carry them, drag them, I mean. But, you know, it's whatever. You know, not a big deal. But most people, unless they're old or, you know, have a disability or something, they usually don't need help putting their groceries in their car. But of course, Laura needed help. Probably she had so fucking many. But literally, whole trunk filled, top to bottom, front to back. Whole passenger seat filled. Literally, the floor, the seat. It was towering. I was running out of space in the passenger seat, which is a pretty big area considering, I don't know, it's probably like, 3/4 the size of a trunk, if you really think about it. That whole area. It's pretty big. And she had the fucking whole back filled, too. This lady was going on, like, a fucking mission trip to, like, Mexico or some shit. Like, she was, like, packed. She was packed to the brim. Bitch was packed to the brim, dude. She was about to feed a family of 20 for, like, a couple months. That amount of food. Looked like the whole fucking, like... It was multiple pantries worth. You could not fit that in a fucking standard size pantry. It would take 2 fridges and 2 fucking pantries to put all that shit. And most of the time, like, that shit isn't even all the way full. Like, it'd be packed to the brim. Bitch is packed to the brim. And she works there. Like, it's one of my colleagues, one of my peers, my co-workers. Yes. I love these people. Another one. Now, there's many managers. This grocery store, it's a fairly large store. You know, there's many different departments. You got, like, deli. I mean, that's really any grocery store. But, like, it's like a supermarket. You know, it's like a supermarket. It's one of those. Actually, no, it's not. It's just a supermarket. Because a supermarket has, like... Or a hypermarket. That's what they're called. I learned that shit in Spanish class. I'm going a little off the rest, but... That's a great thing I love about Spanish class. You learn a lot of other retarded shit. Like, what the fuck? A hypermarket? That's like a supermarket, but it sells other shit, too. Like a Walmart and shit. They're like hypermarkets. But anyways, hopefully I didn't fuck this music up. I did on the first time, which is a pretty big fuck up, because I like how I added that in. But anyways, yeah, so my managers, there's many managers. But, like, I only have my set managers at the front end, and they're just assistant managers, and I'm not sure. I think it's assistant managers of the store, because they have red coats, and then there's also assistant managers, I think, of the front end or the department, because the front end is basically just all the cash registers and all that shit. So basically, this guy, I think he's a head honcho. He's been there for a minute. I think it's 11 years, 6 years. No, it's been like, I think his card says, little name tag says, like, he's been there 15 years. Let's call him fucking Jimmy. So we have Jimmy. We have Mark, Jimmy, Mark, and Sam. Those are some good fake names. Because I probably shouldn't use a real name. And I'm not dropping the name of the grocery store. I'm not trying to get fired here. Talking them. And there's nothing really bad I'm talking about. But this man, Jimmy. Oh, I have no issue with any of my other managers. I really only have issue with this man. And a select few cashiers and baggers. I bet there's a bunch of people I hate in that store. I haven't gotten the privilege to meet all the young and old. There's a lot of old people, talent that work at this grocery store. Good thing I work on the weekend, so it's mostly just underage kids, which includes myself, so I can make those jokes. I'm not a pedophile yet. Wait, are pedophiles just kids that never grown up? And they're like, ooh, look at that high school girl. Nope, never mind. Anyways, yeah, so this guy, he's just like, I used to wear these bracelets, like these like wristbands or whatever they're called. You know, it was like this, just this old baseball thing. I don't play baseball anymore. But anyways, I ended up losing them because at Market Basket, it's cold as fuck. Like, because when I go outside and when it's fucking winter, I have gloves on and I end up taking the gloves off and then the fucking band falls off and I ended up losing it. But that's no big deal. Whatever. I mean, actually, yeah, I was annoyed, but it's whatever. And he would, like, take them off. And, like, he's so, like, he gets up, he fucking jerks off on his break to the rules. That man loves his rules. He has his little ounce of authority, and he prays to it every night. He's like, He just loves his little ounce of authority. And, like, there's managers, like, in there that are just, like, seniors in high school. And this man is, like, he's one of those types of people that's, like, pretty sad. And it's, like, you know when, like, just, like, chronically sad? Like, you can just tell. And with those people, it's, like, you can't pinpoint their age. Like, this man could be in his mid-40s, but he could also be in his mid-30s. He's got to be somewhere between, like, 35, maybe even 30. No, like, 32, maybe, to, like, 47. Like, I don't know. I'd say, like, pinpoint him around there, but I have no idea. Because he's, like, his hair is, like, shorter than mine. It's, like, probably, like, I don't know. It's probably, like, a 3 or some shit all the way. But he's, like, balding here. Like, balding. And just has, like, one little patch of hair on the front. He just pushes to the side like a little fucking freak. Like, I'm not even kidding. This is all bald. And there's just a little patch right here. He just pushes to the side. He looks sick. He's roommates with these 3 dudes, and he's, like, again, between 32 and 47. Somewhere between there. I'm not quite sure. And another one of my managers, we had this group chat that we probably should have just stuck it. Because I don't like working in the place. I'm not, like, a big, you know, some people are, like, big in their community. No, I just kind of keep to myself, not really fucking with anyone else type of shit. So I didn't really even talk, and I was just kind of chilling there, just looking, whatever. And, like, these people, man. One of my managers, probably my favorite manager out of the the bunch, because there's a good couple of managers. He's definitely one of my top, and then the other guy, I'll talk about him soon after. Fucking, what's his name? Sam. But this guy, what I call him, fucking Mark. Fucking Mark joins in the little group chat, and he just says ex-employee or whatever her name is. I don't even know who she is. I just know she's an employee. She has herpes, like, just randomly. That's the first thing he said. Apparently, this Mark guy, he drank with a fucking kid. Not like a kid, but he's like a senior in high school, like, in the fucking store, like, after their shift ended or something, or before. I don't even know the details, but that's fucking, it's, like, kind of fucked up, but it's, like, pretty funny. But yeah, good guy. He's on the way to looking 32 to 47. I'd mark that guy in his high 20s, probably. High 20s, mid-high 20s. 26, I'd say. 26 to 28. You know, if I keep working on there, you know, next year he might be 30 to 35. And you're like, those numbers don't make sense. Exactly. In grocery stores, when you're working like that, you age twice as fast, man. You really do. And who else? Okay. I'm gonna sound like an idiot here, because I hit a dude's car with a cart pretty hard. But it wasn't my fault, okay? I was just going from the little carriage carousel, where people put the grocery carts. And I was just moving along, going to put it back into the store. And there's a guy going up next to me, which is fine, obviously it's just a parking lot. I mean, you have to move. That's not the issue. What the issue is he went and cut me off. It's not like I was going a different direction. We were going the same direction. He saw me because I was on the inside. I was walking along the parking lot lines. You know what I mean? Like, so I wasn't in the middle of the street, and he cuts me off. And I'm carrying like 6 carts. I'm not like carrying them, but I'm pushing 6 carts, right? And basic fucking laws of physics. You learn this shit in like 6th grade. It's not that tough to understand. It was for this dumbass. If you stop with the first one, it doesn't stop the carts, because the other carts are still moving. Will just keep moving, and you only stop the first cart, and they all will go. They'll just go. So when he cut me off out of nowhere, and I try to stop, it's not like I can go, because the carts reach like 6 or 7 feet out, because I have like 6 of them, and it's not like I can just, I can't just fucking magically make them stop. I'm not. I'm like pretty sure I'm like 5'5", 5'6". I can't fucking reach 7 feet, especially with one arm, across 7 feet. That doesn't make sense. I'm not fucking Elastigirl or some shit. And this dude cuts me off. The car fucking slams his truck. I'm like, just kind of wait. I should have just. Actually, it was probably the right thing. It was definitely the right thing. I just kind of stood there and waited for him. I was like, what the fuck did I just do, dude? Like, what the fuck was this guy doing? And I just go, oh, how are you? Shut the fuck up, dude. You're a fucking retard. It was Super Bowl weekend, so it was packed as fuck. He probably thought he was smart, like, trying to save a couple extra seconds. No, he had to talk to my manager for like 30 minutes. I go, how are you? I'm like, goes and checks the damage. I'm like, how are we looking? He's like, not very good. We're going to talk to your manager. I'm like, okay, dude. So I go out and tell Sean before he talked to the big head honcho that was working there for like 45 years or some shit. Dude's a beast. Actually, if you stay at that grocery store, at least the one I'm working at, you can make like 6 figures if you work there that long. But like, your job is still miserable, just because you're getting paid well doesn't make it fun. But I mean, what his job is, he basically just, most of his job entails just breaking boxes with his friends. Because, we've known them for so long, you know what I mean? Whenever I go into the bathroom in the break, he's just in the back, just like doing nothing, just talking to his buddy. That's the job I want, man. Actually, no, it's not. It's a job I want now. But when I'm like fucking, however, when I'm an adult, I do not want to work at a fucking grocery store. I ruled that one off my list. And he talks this guy, and then I had to talk to him after and just told him what happened. And I'm like, yeah, like, the momentum and shit, like, I mean, I didn't swear, but I'm like, the momentum, you can't just stop the carts. You know what I'm talking about. He's like, yeah, people don't know that. I'm like, exactly. He just wrote my name down, probably to, like, file it that I'm a dumbass and whatever. Probably has that written in the file for my interview. And then there's some other people, like, fucking, there's this guy, the coffee grinder lady. I was walking back, just going to take a little bathroom break, shave a couple minutes off my shift, which I love doing. I don't go as much as I would school, because in school, I'm not obligated to really do anything. I mean, I do, because I might as well, because I'm there, I might as well try, but I can go to the bathroom fucking however many times I want. I go every period, because I fucking hate being there. But work, usually one because I have to. 2 because I want to. And 3, that's just living lavish, baby. That's top notch. You go to the bathroom 3 times, because I only work 4-hour shifts, because the grocery store I work at is like a fucking sweatshop with the amount of kids they have working there. Like, they actually treat their employees really well. There's just a lot of underage kids working there. Just to clear that. It's not actually a sweatshop. No, it's not. But, yeah, so I only work 4 shifts, but, it's like average, 1.33 per hour? No, that's not how that math works. It's like 0.66, whatever, math's dumb. Anyways, it's like going to bathroom like almost every hour. You know, like there's 1 hour. Well, take a pass. If I went to the bathroom 4 times in 4 hours, wow, that I might have to make that a mission. But I went to the bathroom, and the fucking lady at the coffee grinder. She was a macho. She was one macho lady. She was manly. She was old though. She was a, you hear the term old little lady. You don't hear the term old big lady. But she was a big, I guess big. She was a big old lady. You know. She had some meat on her, and she started screaming. It has my beans! It has my beans and it's all grinding! Dude, let me just go to the bathroom, man. No. Which makes me get my fucking manager. She was all pissed off. My manager, fucking Mark, he didn't give a shit. He was just talking to some people like, just tell that it doesn't work. Tell her it doesn't work. Tell her to grind her beans somewhere else. I'm like, are you serious? Should I say that? Because this is probably like my 3rd week. I didn't really know. I don't know what to do. And he's like, no, don't say that. Just say, sorry. I'm like, okay. It wasn't a big deal. But, like, leave me alone, man. There were literally workers in that aisle. Fucking lady has to talk to me. Like, I didn't even want to talk to people in general. So stupid. Another lady. This is some lady it was this little midget lady. Little person. I don't know what the correct term is. But I don't really care either. Because she was such an angry little nugget. She was screaming because she couldn't buy alcohol with her food stamps. Oh, wait. Food stamp. Oh, alcohol's in food. Oh, okay. I mean, that makes sense. No, it didn't make sense to her. She was screaming. Because one of my managers, I think I said earlier, is like, there are some that are senior in high schools. And I think this kid is in college. But still, he's pretty young. But he knows what he's doing. And she was just dropping F-bombs. Fuck you, fuck this place. Flipping her off with her little tiny finger. It was like me flipping off it was like that. Fuck you. It's like, dude, like, you're trying to buy alcohol with food stamps. Like, I didn't know that was a rule either. But I mean, it's not even that it's common sense. It's just like, really, dude? Like, come on, man. I get if you're like, oh, that's annoying. But like, you really gonna complain? You can't buy alcohol. Now, if it was a food item, if it was some certain food item or something like that, then I could see. But it's fucking alcohol, you loser. Like, stop complaining. I was pretty sad. And look, another annoying thing is when couples, like, for example, when I'm bagging, a pretty common question is, would you like your meat separate from everything else? Because the meat can leak and can ruin other food. Sometimes the lady will say immediately yes, and the man will be like no, and they'll literally one couple. Actually, it was the worst it ever was. It happened to me today, and that wasn't that bad. But it's always kind of uncomfortable because I don't want to like pick sides and like listen to like someone because I don't want to be like. I don't know whose fucking side to pick, and I don't really care where the meat goes. I just need it to go somewhere. But this one lady, it wasn't with me. It was a father and a daughter, and this was honestly kind of like startling, how like sad it was. It was with her seltzer, and the dad wanted it in the specific bag, and the daughter said it didn't matter. And they started screaming, like, no, it goes there. Dad, you're such an idiot. And then the dad goes, I can only assume from this, like, maybe your, like, mother is. The way he said it, it made me think, like, her mom was dead. Because he goes, if your mother, like, saw this, she'd be so disappointed in you. Like, does it matter where the fucking seltzer goes? Like, and one lady was just screaming at me. Because I, like, put her fucking food in the wrong spot. No, it was the bananas. I put the bananas on top of other fruit, very cautious. I was making sure things did not get crushed, which is something I don't usually do. If someone's pissing me off, someone's rude, I just put their crushables on the bottom. Like, don't fucking cross me. Don't cross me when I have power over your precious food, you fucking loser. Don't fucking cross me. No, don't you fucking dare. Now, that doesn't happen often, but it happens actually, it happens often, just not on purpose. As in, I just do a pretty shitty job in general. But I do an average job in comparison to the other workers. Which is what I'm saying is, the bar at the grocery store I work at, it's set pretty low. And that's more like societal. Like, the grocery store I work at, they want you to be like top notch. They want you to be like, I have to fucking wear a button down, a tie, khakis, dress shoes. Why? I don't know. But they try and set the bar high, but just no one gives a fuck. You just take a big whiff once I walk in. All fucks that I even had before were lost. It's a killer. It's a fuck killer. Like, no fucks can even be given if you wanted to. Except for that one manager, what's it? Jimmy. I almost made up another wrong name. I forgot, it's Jimmy. Anyways, yeah, like, and sometimes people just, like, they're unsatisfied with my ability. Like, you're really gonna be unsatisfied with my ability. There's two types of people. There's the lack of direction. They just say, whatever. And then I do something. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, what do you want me to do, man? I really don't care about your groceries. And when you talk to me, like, you don't care about them either. That makes me care even less. So then, obviously, I'm going to handle them with a little less care, dude. And then there's other people that are just fucking raping me with their requests. This with that, that 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 with that. Dude. Okay? And no, this pisses me off more than anything. When they're just staring at you. This is what happens. People have this fat fucking order. All the groceries come through. I'm bagging. They still have groceries in their cart. So they can't bring it up. And then all the fucking bags fill up the area. And then I get stuck behind because I can't put the bags in the cart. And then they get all pissed off. Like, I'm wasting their time when literally their lives are useless. Probably. I'm just gonna make a wild guess that they literally don't make an impact at all. Like, really? You're gonna hold me up and then get mad when I'm held up? That doesn't make sense. The thing is, you can bring another cart up and you'll ask them, do you want another cart? And they go no. And you're like, okay, great, awesome. Now I'm gonna be held up. That's pretty sweet. And, like, other times where I take a fucking break from that bullshit and I go to the bathroom, like the fucking coffee grinder lady, people were asking me where shit is. Dude, I don't know, man. Like, I really don't know. I know, like, select few things. But the thing is, the things that I know where they are, it is very common. It's not common sense, but, like, just everyone knows where that stuff is. Just everyone knows where that stuff is. So no one would ask for it. No one's going to ask me where are the eggs. Because I know where the eggs are. But the reason I know it is because everyone knows it. I don't have this. People that go in there know more than I do. I don't know. Literally, some girl fucking asked me today, where's the rice? I don't know. I'm sorry. I feel so, like, I don't even know. I don't really care that much. But, like, they always look at me like I'm a dumbass. Like, really? Really? You're in your fucking pajamas right now. Like, and it's fucking 2:00. Shut the fuck up. Don't look at me like I'm the dumbass. Fucking. God, dude, it's fucking gross. It literally, and I don't want to be like, I really want to get a new job because it's really, like, unpleasant being there. But, like, after, like, I'm really not looking forward. But when I'm working there, like, I don't, after the first couple hours, like, you know, it's not a big deal, you know, it's not too bad. But it's just, I really never look forward to it. It's not even I'm not looking forward to it, I'm, like, looking, like, borderline. Like, I'm looking borderline, like, yikes. Borderline, like, shoot, no. Didn't mean it like that. Well, I meant it like that, to say it like that. But I didn't really mean it, you know? So just no misunderstanding. I'm not going to shoot up the grocery store. That'd be a weird place to shoot up. I wonder if there's ever been a mass shooting in a grocery store that didn't involve robbery. Let me look it up. This is for simply research purposes. I'm not, well, not researching for a purpose. Wait. What? I'm a dumbass. Is this considered a scuff or no? I'm just trying to find something now. I feel like it could be considered a scuff, but like... So there have been... Kroger shooting is being investigated as a hate crime. Nah, it's too hard to look up. That's unfortunate. I really want to know. I doubt it, you know. Who would go to a grocery store just to shoot it up without robbing it? Whatever. That's a weird thing to think about. Probably shouldn't have even thought about it. But anyways, like, I really want to get a new job. It's just that it pays well there, and it'd be such a pain in, like, a lot of the other jobs would be hiring, like, a 16-year-old. Like, there's just not that many. I mean, there is some, but there's not that many that pays $10, $10.50 an hour. But I also work on Sundays, and that's time and a half, so it's like, was that $15.75 an hour, which is great. There's just not many places near me that pay that well. So it's like, I don't know. And it's not gonna be, I don't know, man. I might get a job, but it's like, I feel like I'm just going through the motions when I'm there, which I feel like is something I want to get out of the habit of doing. And I feel like I get in the habit of doing that is from traditional schooling, because traditional schooling, in my opinion, I feel like it's an okay system, because going back, I don't want to go into it too in deep, because I want to talk about too in depth, because I want to talk about just going through the motions. But I feel like it starts that because you're learning about all these subjects, right? And there's a select few which the system doesn't know what you want, and most kids don't even know what they want. So you have to take them all. But it's not that you have to, but you probably should. So you know what you like, you know what you don't like. It'll help you. And but that you start learning things you don't want to, and that you just start going through the motions. You just start going through the motions of going through school. And part of school, in my opinion, is to teach you how to get into a routine, which could be considered going through motions, but I think that's a good thing, learning how to get in a routine. It's just getting into too much of a routine. You actually want to be putting an effort, which is part of the reason, I just go to work, go to the grocery store every weekend and work, it's just going through the motions when I probably should, because what I really want is to get a job that I actually like, but that would be hard, because what you always want is always the hardest thing to do, even though it's it should be the easiest thing to do, if you really think about it, the best thing to do, but it's not. It's usually the harder thing to do. It's usually the more inconvenient thing to do. Yet you're going to end up liking it more. Which is weird to think about, but it's true. I mean, it is. And another thing is being very deliberate with what you do. I feel like that's another key. Just spitting knowledge right now. Because when you're deliberate, right, you're not going through the motions. It's the complete opposite. You're being deliberate. Everything, I'm setting a goal for myself right now, on record, being deliberate. Everything I write down, deliberate in school. Every note, every rep in the gym, deliberate. Every bag in the grocery store, deliberate. Because when you're doing it deliberately, I don't know, man. I feel like it would allow yourself to actually, like, absorb what you're trying to accomplish. When you're practicing for something. If you're just going through the motions, you're doing it, but you're not really going to get anything out of it. But if you practice very deliberately, trying to acquire the skill you want to get, you're going to get the skill. You know what I mean? You're going to get what you want. So just very deliberate. Thank you, yourself. I'm a fucking genius. Same time, I'm a dumbass. So, that's really it. So, yeah, I really actually hope you had a terrible time listening if you got this far. And as a matter of fact, I hope you had a terrible day too. And I hope the rest of your day is even worse. So go fuck yourself and leave me alone. Thank you. And fuck you.